Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all. The message today really has me feeling confused and stressed out. And usually I don't start the reading until I've gotten some sort of resolution, some sense of resolution in myself before I bring the message to you. But I think we're just going to clunk our way through it. We start out with the Five of Pentacles. And there's something very interesting about how the light is shining through this lowest pentacle. And so it looks like, then you've also got this Two of Swords. So I feel like what it's saying is like you don't recognize that you have a choice where you shine the light of your focus on. And so it looks like you are just shining your light through the lowest parts of yourselves. And it gets really fucking complicated from here. But I just want to stay on this for just a little minute. And just know that you do have a choice. And I know that like shifting vibration, it's alchemy. And sometimes, like for myself, that's kind of something I do is I shift vibrational frequencies. And this is just a hard one. Collectively, I feel like it's not just me, but it's interesting how it's mirroring so many people that I know right now. So if this is not where you're at, then fucking consider yourself lucky. And if this is where you're at, know that you're not alone. So just if you can notice, and I feel like, examples are you putting yourself down? Are you shining your light on what you love most about yourself? Or situations and circumstances? Are you seeing the worst in every situation? Are you, it could be that sort of thing. And it could just be that's what's showing up to mirror for you. And, so there's no blame or anything. It's just more about bringing cognizance to where you're shining the light of your focus, because you could still go outside. Even on a cloudy day, you can look up and appreciate the sky. Even on any kind of day, you can still look at a tree or appreciate, there's always something to appreciate. So just know you do have a choice. It just feels like there's an unconscious reverberation happening right now, and you are miscreating with the Magician reversed. And so, and it's like creating by default, and we don't even recognize that we are sucking ourselves down a deep dark hole sometimes by shining all of our focus on the lowest part of ourselves, and sometimes we need to look in the shadows. But if you're looking into shadows through the light of love and making friends with yourself and remembering to love yourself unconditionally, then that's some pretty good alchemy. But in this way, it just looks like you're I don't know, you're just kind of not standing in your power. So then it's like, I've not had a reading in a long time where like half the cards of the deck want to come out and speak. But then we've got this whole pantheon, this whole plethora of cards that want to speak. And ultimately, like, I don't want to go through each and every one, but I do want to say that it just feels like again, being multifaceted gems that we are, there's like this whole full spectrum of energies that we're experiencing through and cycling through. But it feels a lot of like lethargy, and then just a lot of disassociation, a lot of wariness, and then, turning your back on your own dreams. It feels like there's disassociation with that. And then there's like moments of clarity, and I had to cut that thing out. And ultimately what this reading looks like it's getting at is the grief that you're experiencing over getting out of a situation. And that could be multiple things, but it's like you're just not moving on, having a very hard time moving on. And so then we've got the Nine of Swords, which is like just the worst energy ever, because you're just trapped in negativity, trapped in negative thinking, and exactly this sort of thing, just focusing on like regret, sorrows, grief, worry, just all the worst things, the lowest parts of you. And it's like you're trapped in that kind of thinking. And again, it just feels like you're having trouble moving on from something. And so it's like you're stuck. And so you're just creating more misery for yourself than maybe you recognize you have a choice for. So we've got this, like I said, Nine of Swords. Then we've got the Moon reversed with the King of Wands reversed. And the way this Nine of Swords is, it's like there's two different things. So it's like on the one hand, again, it looks like walking away from something. It kind of looks like a romantic relationship, but it could be anything. But just the way it kind of looks like with this King of Wands and the Moon. And here's where I kind of get a little bit confused, because it feels like on the one hand, this clarity where it's like, you know, I cut out the burden, this Queen of Swords and this Ten of Wands. You know, I cut out the burden of you know, maybe someone who is lying to you, or often the King of Wands reversed is a philanderer, or just, you know, just not the most reliable king when it comes to like being in the honest self-reflection. And so that could be, you know, a multitude of things. It doesn't have to be a philanderer. It could be, but it's just not someone who's willing to look at themselves honestly. And or this feels like you could be in your own stress with this Nine of Swords. You could be trying to convince yourself that whatever shitty thing happened didn't really happen. And so I think that's why there's this whole gamut of cards just playing themselves out. It's like this full spectrum of emotions, and it's almost like you're gaslighting yourself, but then on the other hand, your heart is telling you something else. And that's why I'm so fucking confused, because then you've got this Ace of Wands, Ten of Swords reversed, Ten of Pentacles upright, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, the Empress, and the Hanged Man. So this is just like, so there's that pantheon. Then there's this other side that wants to be, it just feels like, honestly, it almost feels like you need to get laid, but it feels like you just want whoever this person is. And so I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you're that sad and you still feel this passionate about this person, and even though like the Ten of Swords reversed kind of makes me feel like, you know, do you really want to go back and rediscover that the whole reason it ended is still the same thing? But then there's this Ten of Pentacles upright. So I don't know what that means. I mean, I do know what it means, but it's kind of a stable, it would feel like a stable situation. And so I don't know. It looks like fucking communication needs to happen if that's what you need to do. But there's this Ace of Wands. It does feel like there's this great passion. And then this Queen of Wands and the Empress and the Hanged Man. And it's like, ultimately, it feels like you want to wait for somebody who really sees your worth. And it looks like you're doing magic. So this very much feels like I'm talking to a feminine being about a masculine being, but you know, that gender, whatever, you know. But it's like you're doing magic or whatever. You're you're passionate for a relationship that honors you and that appreciates you as the goddess, as the empress, and you're willing to wait for it. And you've got this passion burning now, and it's almost like, and so it's like there's just this remorse that whatever the situation didn't work out, you know, you thought that was going to be the thing. And so then the last card I really have that, well, okay, good. Maybe some resolution. So really the only answers I can get to that is the Three of Pentacles, which is invest in yourself. You know, as much as you want this passion right now, I don't know. It's very confusing when you're feeling at the lowest of your low and when you're not getting this, and you know that you're the Empress, but you're feeling like the Five of Pentacles. And it's like, I love the tarot. This says invest in what you love. You know, if you're a singer, get out and sing. If you are a painter, start painting. If you are passionate about whatever, gardening, plant some seeds. Like whatever it is, do the thing that is most investing in who you are. And it doesn't have to do with money so much, but just investing in your goals, investing in your dreams, your wishes, investing in what makes you feel alive. Put roots in what you can put roots into. You know what I mean? Nourish and cultivate that which you can most about yourself, whether you're in partnership or not, or whatever else this could be talking about, whether it's that or not, at the end of the day, you've got you. And so you need to invest in and nourish you and nurture you. And then this King of Pentacles shows up. So I don't know if this is in response to this king. It kind of feels that way. And it feels like when you start valuing yourself, then this passion that you've got and all the these things, it looks like somebody will come along to recognize your value, who values you and wants to spoil you, and that you are worth waiting for this. And this is worth waiting for. So I hate to say be patient through all of this, but, just work on yourself. Recognize that you're having some, low self-esteem things, and just be gentle with yourself. And I get wanting the passion now. Believe me, I fucking get it. But you are worth investing your time into. You are worth nourishing back to health, nursing back to health, nourishing back to health. Spend some time in nature, meditate, drink water, bless your water, do whatever you need to do to nourish you and take care of you, and trust that, the universe sees who you are. We know who you are. So remember who the fuck you are. All right. Peace and love until next time.